Oxygen is more than just a gas, it is the lifeblood of our planet. It makes up about 21% of Earth's atmosphere. This invisible force fuels the fires of combustion, enabling everything from our cars to our stoves to operate. Oxygen is also the key to respiration. Humans and animals inhale oxygen to sustain their cellular processes. Without it, our cells would cease to function and we would perish. Beyond these crucial roles, oxygen contributes to the stability of our atmosphere, preventing rapid and destructive changes in temperature and pressure. Oxygen plays a crucial role in the Earth's atmosphere. It is a powerful oxidizing agent, meaning it readily reacts with other elements and molecules. This reactivity is what makes oxygen so important for life, but it also makes it dangerous in high concentrations. For example, pure oxygen can cause fires to burn out of control. Oxygen is constantly being created and destroyed in the atmosphere. Plants and algae produce oxygen through photosynthesis. Animals, on the other hand, consume oxygen and release carbon dioxide. This delicate balance is essential for maintaining life on Earth. Imagine a world without the gentle whisper of the wind or the reassuring rhythm of your own breath. For 5 long seconds, that terrifying scenario would become a reality if Earth lost its oxygen. The immediate impact on humans would be swift and severe. Our bodies are finely tuned machines that rely on a constant supply of oxygen. Within seconds, our cells would begin to suffocate, unable to carry out the basic functions of life. The first signs of oxygen deprivation would be dizziness and disorientation as our brains struggled to function without their vital fuel. Within moments, unconsciousness would claim us, plunging the world into an eerie silence. The human body is incredibly sensitive to changes in oxygen levels. Our cells need a constant supply of oxygen to produce energy. Without oxygen, our cells would quickly start to die. The brain is particularly vulnerable to oxygen deprivation. Even a few seconds without oxygen can cause brain damage. The symptoms of oxygen deprivation can vary depending on the severity of the deprivation. Mild oxygen deprivation may cause dizziness, lightheadedness, and shortness of breath. More severe oxygen deprivation can lead to confusion, loss of coordination, and unconsciousness. In the most extreme cases, oxygen deprivation can be fatal. The sky's blue hue is due to Rayleigh scattering. Sunlight interacts with nitrogen and oxygen, scattering blue light. Without oxygen, the sky would turn black. The sun would appear as a stark white disk. Rayleigh scattering makes the sky blue. At sunset, more blue light is scattered away. We see red and orange hues. Our modern world, with its towering skyscrapers and intricate networks of roads and bridges, is built on a foundation of metals. These metals, however, are vulnerable to a silent enemy oxidation. Oxygen in the air reacts with metals, forming a thin oxide layer on their surface. This layer acts as a protective barrier, preventing further corrosion. However, without oxygen, this protective layer would disappear. Metals would be exposed to the elements in their raw, vulnerable state. This would have catastrophic consequences for our infrastructure. Bridges would weaken and crumble, roads would buckle and crack, and buildings would begin to collapse, transforming our once familiar landscapes into scenes of devastation. Oxidation is a chemical reaction that occurs when a substance reacts with oxygen. This reaction can be either slow or fast, and it can be either beneficial or harmful. For example, rust is a form of oxidation that occurs when iron reacts with oxygen in the presence of water. Rust is harmful because it weakens the iron and makes it more likely to break. However, oxidation can also be beneficial. For example, when we breathe, our bodies use oxygen to break down food and produce energy. This process is called cellular respiration, and it is essential for life. Section 5, Earth's unstable ground. The planet shudders. The Earth's crust, the solid ground beneath our feet, is not as stable as it appears. It is composed of various minerals and rocks, many of which contain oxygen. This oxygen plays a vital role in maintaining the structural integrity of the Earth's crust. Without it, the delicate balance that holds our planet together would be disrupted. Imagine a world where the ground beneath your feet could crumble without warning. In the absence of oxygen, this unsettling scenario could become a reality. The Earth's crust would weaken, making it susceptible to earthquakes and landslides on a scale never witnessed before. Mountains could crumble and valleys could rise as the planet convulsed under the strain of this sudden change. Earthquakes are caused by the movement of tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving and grinding against each other. The friction between the plates can cause stress to build up over time. When the stress becomes too great, the plates can slip suddenly, causing an earthquake. Landslides are caused by the movement of rock, earth, or debris down a slope. Landslides can be triggered by a variety of factors, including earthquakes, heavy rainfall, and volcanic eruptions. Section 6. Silent ecosystems. Life on pause. Step into a forest, and you're surrounded by a symphony of life. Birds sing, insects hum, and the wind rustles through the leaves. This intricate web of life is sustained by a delicate balance of oxygen production and consumption. Plants, through photosynthesis, release the oxygen that animals need to survive. In turn, animals exhale carbon dioxide, which plants use for photosynthesis. This symbiotic relationship is the foundation of our ecosystems. However, without oxygen, this delicate balance would collapse. Photosynthesis would grind to a halt, depriving plants of the energy they need to survive. Animals, starved of oxygen, would suffocate within minutes. The once thriving ecosystems of our planet would fall silent, leaving behind a haunting reminder of the fragility of life. Ecosystems are complex communities of living organisms and their physical environment. They are constantly changing and adapting to the conditions around them. Oxygen is essential for the survival of most living organisms. It is used in the process of respiration, which is how cells produce energy. Without oxygen, most living organisms would die within minutes. The few organisms that can survive without oxygen, such as some bacteria, live in environments where oxygen is not present, such as deep underground or in the ocean depth. Section 7. Oceans in distress, no escape underwater. The world's oceans, teeming with life, are not immune to the devastating consequences of an oxygen-deprived world. Marine life, from the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, relies on dissolved oxygen in the water to survive. Without it, the oceans would become vast, stagnant graveyards. Fish would suffocate, their lifeless bodies floating to the surface. Coral reefs, already stressed by climate change, would bleach and die, their vibrant colors fading to a ghostly white. The once thriving ecosystems of our oceans would be decimated, leaving behind a silent and desolate underwater world. Marine life is incredibly diverse and includes a wide range of plants, animals, and other organisms. These organisms have adapted to live in a variety of aquatic environments, including the open ocean, coral reefs, and the deep sea. Oxygen is essential for the survival of most marine organisms. It is used in the process of respiration, which is how cells produce energy. Without oxygen, most marine organisms would die within minutes. Section 8. The long road back, recovery and renewal. If by some miracle oxygen were to return after those agonizing 5 seconds, the road to recovery would be long and arduous. The immediate aftermath would be marked by widespread devastation and loss. The stench of decay would permeate the air as the bodies of billions of creatures, both on land and in the sea, began to decompose. The task of rebuilding our infrastructure, from bridges and roads to power grids and communication networks, would be a monumental undertaking. The ecosystems that sustain us would take even longer to recover. The delicate balance of nature, disrupted by this catastrophic event, would need time to heal and re-establish itself. Generations would pass before the scars of this global near-death experience fully faded away. The recovery process would vary depending on the severity of the damage. In some areas, the damage may be relatively minor, and the ecosystem may be able to recover quickly. However, in other areas, the damage may be more severe, and the ecosystem may take much longer to recover. In some cases, the ecosystem may never fully recover. This is especially true if the damage is severe, or if the ecosystem is already under stress from other factors, such as climate change or pollution. Section 9. The balance of nature, oxygen's enduring legacy. The hypothetical scenario of a 5-second oxygen outage serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. Oxygen, though invisible, is the lifeblood of our planet, essential for everything from the air we breathe to the ground beneath our feet. This thought experiment underscores the importance of appreciating the natural world and the intricate processes that keep us alive. It is a call to action to protect our planet and its precious resources, for we are inextricably linked to the fate of our environment. The next time you take a deep breath, remember the vital role oxygen plays in your life and the importance of safeguarding the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible.